the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. As we continue Maseches Beitzah, we'll be starting the third parak today. Let's finish up the second parak. Parak Beis Mishnah Yud. Parak ends off Agala Shel Katan, stroller. You know, people think strollers were invented in the 1700s, but the truth is the Mishnayos already talk about Agalas, strollers. Shel Katan, Tmeya Medras. If the katan happens to be a zav or a zava, which is possible if he comes in contact with certain things, so he's metame the stroller by medras, even if there's something intervening between the actual stroller and the child, since he's lying on it, so it's metame medras. Tumas medras goes down to, if you're lying on 100 mattresses, even though you're only touching the top one, all 100, because they're supported by him, become tameh. It's halacha not relevant to Maseches Yantiv, but it's halacha about a stroller. V'nitelas b'shab. It's also not muksa. It's not muksa. The question of tzah, you can't go out with it to a sharab, but it's not muksa. Ain't a nigreres. Ela agab b'kelim. However, if you want to push it on a dirt path, you can't do that. It has to be basically concrete or something which is not dirt, because if it's dirt, it'll make a hole, and if it's going to make a hole, that's a different problem of choresh when you're making a hole outside. Rabbi Yehuda says that there's actually a heter by a stroller, because even though a stroller makes sort of a hole, it doesn't really make a hole in the ground. All it does, it presses the ground down. That's all it does. It presses the ground down. It's not called a hole. That wouldn't be malacha of choresh. Now the Mefarshim explain these two opinions both reflect the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says davar she'eino miskavein. If it happens not on purpose, it's not for sure going to happen, it's still aser. Rabbi Yehuda holds that here it's not even a question. The second opinion Rabbi Yehuda holds not even a question of davar she'eino miskavein, because it presses it down. The first opinion is Rabbi Yehuda's opinion, the real Rabbi Yehuda's opinion. There's two different opinions what Rabbi Yehuda held over here. First opinion reflects his opinion that it's going to actually do choresh. But according to Rabbi Shimon, who we hold like, davar she'eino miskavein is mutter, so therefore even though it might make a hole, and you would consider it to be a hole, it would be okay, since it's not definitely going to make a hole, so therefore it would be mutter to push a stroller on Yantiv, even on a dirt road, la halacha. Aleph, Mishnah Aleph and Parak Gimel, the third Parak, Ein Sadin Dagim and Barn B'Yom Tov. You're not allowed to trap fish, even if you have, let's say, a large amount of water that you privately own. You have your farming salmon or things like that. You can't take the salmon out of the water. They know the name, as long as you also can't feed them, because if you feed them, it might come to trap them. Now, trapping is for ochel nefesh. You want to eat the fish on Yantiv, but as I explained yesterday, Seida is not mutter for ochel nefesh. It's one of the things that are not mutter for ochel nefesh. We'll explain that more. I explained it a little bit yesterday in Yom Tzion. I'll explain that more fully in Yom Tzion today. So when it comes to wild animals and chickens, those you could trap. Because it's only in a case where they're already trapped. If they're already trapped, you're not doing anything, and therefore in those cases you can put mazonos in them because you're not trapping them. He is a clarification of Tanakama's opinion, and says that it's not always true that you can trap an animal. You can't always trap a chayav of. If it's mechusar seida, meaning it's hard to trap it, it's going to escape, it has where to escape to, then you're violating the malacha of seida. However, if it is basically trapped already, it's very easy to take it, then it was already nisodin va'omdim, it's already trapped, you're not doing a malacha of seida, and therefore it's mutter. Stay tuned for Ian Mitzion, where I discuss again why ochel nefesh applies to certain malachas like afia and bishul and lisha. However, it doesn't apply to malachas like tchina we discussed yesterday, or ktsira, or here at seida. We'll explain that more. Ian Mitzion coming up next.